What if the hardest night of your life was the one that quietly saved you? I almost disappeared, but somehow I'm still here. Yeah, the room was silent, but my head was screaming. Every memory found another reason. Curtains closed, couldn't look outside. Felt like hope packed up and died. Clock kept ticking, didn't care what I was feeling. The mirror had a stranger staring back, trying to smile through another crack. I kept saying tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow always borrowed yesterday's prison. I was carrying questions nobody could answer, running from shadows that only ran faster. People said be strong, like strength was something you could buy at the store. Nobody saw the storms I survived before I even walked outside my door. Every breath felt borrowed, every heartbeat felt late. I wasn't living, I was negotiating with fate. Then the silence asked me, what if this isn't your ending? I didn't believe it, but I listened anyway. I survived my worst night, when I thought the morning forgot my name. I survived my worst fight, even when nothing inside me looked the same. Every scar became a sentence, every tear became a page. I thought darkness wrote my story, but it only turned the page. I survived, I survived. Nobody tells you healing is awkward. Some mornings you still wake up feeling like yesterday won. Some nights the memories replay like they paid rent inside your mind. Some people leave without saying goodbye. Some prayers feel unanswered, some dreams stay broken long after you stop chasing them. I questioned everything, my purpose, my faith, my worth, even my own reflection. I learned pain doesn't always shout, sometimes it whispers, and whispers can be louder than screams. I spent years trying to outrun myself, only to realize the finish line was acceptance. Maybe the strongest people are just the ones who kept breathing when nobody noticed. I survived my worst night, when hope looked impossible. I survived my worst fight, when tomorrow felt invisible. Every scar became a reminder, every wound became a guide. Pain tried closing every doorway, but somehow I survived. If you're hearing this, maybe tonight feels impossible. Maybe your room feels exactly like mine did. Maybe your smile has been acting longer than your heart could. Listen, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You don't have to carry every burden by yourself, because sometimes the strongest sentence you'll ever say is I'm still here. And that's enough to begin again. I thought I was losing, maybe I was rebuilding. I thought life buried me, maybe it was planning something stronger. Rain never apologized, yet flowers still grew. Maybe, so can you? I survived, not because I never fell, but because I kept getting back up. Why the pain found me, started asking, what can it teach me? Every scar became a reminder that broken things can still carry purpose. I was chasing the version of me that never existed, while ignoring the one that fought every day just to stay alive. Some people only knew my smile, they never met the version that cried in the bathroom, so nobody would hear. They never watched me erase messages, because I didn't want to become someone else's burden. But pain has a strange way of introducing you to the person you were always becoming. I remember nights when my own heartbeat sounded louder than every dream I had. I stared at the ceiling, waiting for something, anything to tell me that tomorrow was worth believing in. Then I realized hope doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes hope is just one more breath, one more prayer, one more sunrise, one more decision not to quit, and maybe that's what saved me. If you're hiding tears behind headphones, I understand. If your laughter feels borrowed, I understand. If you're surrounded by people yet somehow feel completely alone, I understand, because I live there. And I know how convincing darkness can sound. It'll tell you you're forgotten, replaceable, too broken, too late. But lies always sound loudest right before they lose. Right before they lose. Oh. I used to think strength meant never falling apart. Now I know strength is choosing to keep standing even while shaking. Strength is admitting you need help. Strength is believing that one terrible chapter doesn't define the entire book. So if today feels impossible, borrow my hope, hold on to these words until yours returns. Because the person you become tomorrow might thank you for surviving tonight. The night didn't erase my future, it revealed it. The tears didn't make me weaker. Oh, they watered the parts of me that was still alive. I thought I was reaching the end, but I was standing at the beginning of the strongest version of myself. In the ceiling, not because they were interesting, because they were easier to look at than the reflection staring back at me. I became an expert at pretending everything was fine. How are you? I'm good. The biggest lie I ever learned to say. I laughed in crowded rooms, then drove home with silence sitting in the passenger seat. It's strange how someone can be surrounded by 1,000 voices and still feel like the only person left on earth. I kept asking myself, how much longer can I keep carrying this? And something inside whispered, just one more step. So I took it, then another, and somewhere between surviving and believing, I realized I hadn't given up. Pain has a way of changing your vocabulary. You stop saying I'm excited, you start saying I'm trying. You stop making promises, you start hoping. You stop chasing perfection, you start celebrating the mornings you simply got out of bed. Nobody handed me a map through the darkness. I had to learn how to walk without seeing the road. Every setback felt permanent, every goodbye echoed louder than every hello. But the strange thing about rock bottom, there's nowhere left to fall, only one direction. Up, 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 up. I carried guilt that wasn't even mine. Apologies for mistakes I never made. Expectations I could never reach. Dreams that belonged to everyone else. Until one day I asked myself, what if I'm not failing? What if I'm just growing in places nobody can see yet? Trees don't become forests in a single season. Mountains aren't built overnight. Maybe healing was never supposed to be fast. Maybe slow doesn't mean you're losing. Maybe slow means you're becoming. Maybe slow means you're becoming. The hardest battle wasn't against fear, it was against the voice that sounded like my own. The one that said, you'll never change. You'll always be broken, nobody would miss you. I believed it for longer than I'd like to admit. But lies only survive until truth finds the courage to speak. Now every sunrise feels like evidence. Every heartbeat feels like another chance. Every breath reminds me that the story didn't stop where the pain wanted it to. If these walls could remember every prayer they tell you how close I came to walking away, they'd remember the tears nobody ever saw. The nights I questioned everything, the mornings I woke up still because life suddenly became easy, because I finally believed my future was worth fighting for. That's when fear stopped leading, that's when hope started speaking, and I chose to listen. So listen. So listen. So if you're standing where I once stood, thinking this pain will last forever, hear me, the night can be long, the silence can be loud, the tears can feel endless, but none of them get the final word. One day you'll look back at the version of yourself who almost quit, and you'll whisper, thank you for holding on just one more night. Because that one night becomes the reason you finally see another sunrise. People celebrate victories, but nobody applauds the nights you fought battles no one could see. No trophies, no headlines, no standing ovation, just another sunrise quietly proving you refuse to disappear. I stopped measuring my life by how fast I was healing. Some wounds need time, some hearts need grace, some stories need storms before they discover their strength. Maybe I wasn't late, maybe I was growing at a pace only my future could understand. Yeah, I spent years trying to erase the chapters I was ashamed of, until I realized those chapters were teaching me how to write the next ones. Every failure taught me humility, every goodbye taught me gratitude, every lonely road taught me that purpose doesn't always travel with a crowd. Sometimes the strongest people walk alone, long enough to discover they were never truly alone. Even mornings I looked in the mirror waiting to recognize the person staring back, not because my face changed, because pain had introduced me to someone new, someone quieter, someone wiser, someone who understood that strength isn't the absence of fear, it's refusing to let fear choose your future. The old me wanted to escape, the new me chose endurance in endurance, built a life I couldn't see when I was trapped inside my darkest night. Oh, my darkest night. To the person listening right now, maybe you're convincing yourself nobody would notice if you stop trying. I want you to know your stories, chapters you haven't lived yet. There were laughs you haven't laughed, people you haven't met, dreams you haven't reached, prayers you haven't seen answered. Don't let one painful night convince you it knows your entire future. Darkness can delay your vision, but it cannot rewrite your destiny. Now I understand the mountain was never trying to stop me. It was revealing how much strength was hidden inside me. The rain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. The waiting wasn't empty, it was building the foundation I couldn't recognize until I looked back. Tear, what a courage, every setback, strength and resolve. Every broken moment prepared me to become someone who could stand in front of another hurting soul and honestly say, I know what it feels like, and I know you can make it through. If you're still listening, that means you survived today. Maybe nobody clapped, maybe nobody noticed, but survival doesn't become valuable because people witness it. It becomes valuable because you refuse to surrender. One day, the pain that almost buried you will become the testimony that lifts someone else off the ground. So don't rush your healing, don't compare your journey, and don't let your worst night introduce itself as your final chapter. Because sometimes the darkest night is only the doorway to the brightest morning. Yeah. Your worst night doesn't deserve the final word. You do. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Your worst night doesn't deserve the final word. You do. If this song reminded you of a battle you survived, share one sentence in the comments that helped you keep going. Your words might become the hope someone else needs before they face their own worst night.